Hey guys, my name is Tricelle for the people that don't know me, and welcome to my channel. I went to boot camp, and I know if you are on my TikTok, I've been saying that I am going to make a video and I will start making content for you guys, but I graduated. I'm now in course school, and I just haven't got around the courage. I also had like a lot of things going on, which we can get into like in other videos, but I also had a lot of stuff going on, and I am here. So I want to tell you guys about my boot camp experience before I get long-winded. But before we go into it, you guys don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Yeah, like if you're from my TikTok, please, at this page, you guys will be getting a video every Sunday. I will make it a point of duty to make sure I do a video and upload it on my channel every Sunday and stick with it. So without further ado, let's get into my bootcamp experience. I went to boot camp September 9th. Like, we literally hopped on the bus and went to MEPS September 9th, and then we got to Chicago September 10th. I would advise you, I know mine is very beat up, but I would advise you guys to get one of these. I had one of these throughout my boot camp, and for this purpose, y'all, for this purpose of like my YouTube channel, I made sure to like write down what was happening in my experience and on my journey for content. I wanted to give you guys content. I wanted to create, and so I did this. So let's get into it. As I said, I went September 10th. You guys, I was excited before. Like, I was super excited before I went to boot camp. I loved where I worked at, Papado Seafood Marietta. I love you guys with all my heart. I loved my job. So leaving was very hard. I made sure to give all the managers like flowers before I left. I love my general manager. She's Jamaican. She's a woman of God. She's amazing. She speaks life into you. She's doing her thing, and I love to see women that come in America, especially if you're Jamaican and you come here and you did something and you're doing what you're doing, and you're not selfish or you're not ugly. You know, you pour life into people. And I remember my first interview, because that when I moved to Atlanta, that job was what got me security. And when I moved there and she hired me, and one of her questions when she hired me was, where do you see yourself from now? And in her mindset, she's like, okay, waitressing is not it forever. So what is your plan? And that stuck with me. And because of that, we just had this bond from like the minute like she hired me, and it was just beautiful, you know. So leaving them was very difficult. I made friends. I had some really good connections. I've had connections that wasn't so, but that's with life, you know. So leaving them was very hard. Nevertheless, we did it. And I have a video of the people that meant a lot to me telling me, wishing me well, and sending me off. And I'll upload that too. But you guys, that was it. That was the hardest part, like leaving my job. But I was excited. I wanted the change. I wanted to lose weight. I wasn't losing weight. So I left. I left that day. And when I left, it didn't hit me until I went on the plane. Like, I remember I called my friend and I just started crying. I was like, oh my gosh, like, I am really doing this. You know, like, I am really doing this. So, you guys, the first journal entry that I have, it says, my adult journal, my bootcamp experience starts September 10, 2024. And this is just journal entry, you guys, just for this purpose. So here goes. I said, hey girl, hey, we actually made it to boot camp. Girl, laugh out loud. You cried. So leading up to boot camp, I wasn't nervous or anything, like I was telling you guys, or even afraid. I was excited and ready. I do procrastinate a lot, but that's something we'll maybe gotta see a doctor about. Anyways, we went to a hotel the evening, September 9th, 2024, and then we went to MEPS and got our packages, meal card. So let's pause right there. So when you go to MEPS, you get a package with your flights, you get a meal card. Our meal card had, I think, like $30 on there, where when we get to the airport, we buy something to eat before we get to Chicago. So that was what the meal card was. So you go to MEPS, you sit down, they give you a little brief, like they tell you like, hey, so when you go to the airport, don't be gallivanting around, make sure you head straight to where you're flying out to. We flew with Delta. It was an amazing experience. The captain showed us like the plane up. I'll insert a picture of me right there. I sat in the front of the plane, took some picture with him. It was amazing. It was really nice. I loved it. So that they gave me some cards. I still have them in my stuff. So we flew with Delta. When we got there, you guys, it was a lot of us, and I don't know if I should say, like, we laid on the floor, we slept because our layover was very long, so we slept on the ground, or I slept in the chair too, and we just waited until our flight was ready, and then we got to Chicago, and then we went to the USO. We went to the USO, we checked in at the USO. It's like they had like noodles, like just things that you can like have if you were feeling sick from your flight and stuff like that. We checked into a little pad. They gave us like a QR code to like scan it and send it to our parents. And we lined up, like they made us lined up. They told us like, hey, put away your phones, line up, and someone will come get you. And then someone came and got us. We all walked downstairs and we sat down on the ground. We saw all the Navy people. I'm getting chills. We saw all the Navy people while we were there. And then like we had like crisscross legs sat in front of each other. And then they actually told us like, hey, what do you have? And they told us the stuff that we would throw away. So I will tell you guys now, like, you guys do not bring a lot of stuff to boot camp. You don't need a lot of stuff. They're gonna tell you, they're gonna either let you put it in your Diddy box anyways when you get there, or they're gonna let you throw it away. A girl behind me, she had bought a lot of stuff, and she had poured them out of their containers and put them in like little containers for them to like, what's it called, like just minimizing it. And she had to throw everything away because according to the military, they don't know what you're taking inside the base. So if they can't identify it, it's not in the correct label, they won't accept it, you know. So if you guys are, I would say, buy travel size items. Like I bought Aquaphor, I bought CeraVe and Cetaphil because that's what I used on my skin. I bought, and to be honest, lip gloss and stuff, like, you don't need all of that, you know. But we'll do another video on like what to bring to boot camp. But that's when we sat down crisscross, that's when like we threw away like all the sharps that we had. Like if you had like a pointy comb or airbrush or like tweezers or stuff like that, or if the things that you carry for yourself wasn't in their original container that you bought them in, they'll tell you to throw them away. I am so happy that I didn't do that, because I was gonna do it because I was procrastinating. I went and started shopping late, so I just bought like the small things, and I just brought them with me. So it was a good thing and also a bad thing, kind of, in a sense, you know. So let's go on. So we got a card, flight and instructions to Chicago. I haven't felt nervous until I got on that plane. I said, oh my God, I felt the knot. But for me, it was more about, oh my God, I'll get another chance at paving the way for my family. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh my God. Anyways, I said, and that got me nervous. Also, I was warned on the plane that I wasn't properly informed, but that was wrong of me, because at MEPS they gave us pamphlets to read, and I didn't read it, only to read it on the plane, because now it's actually happening and I need to prepare. Then I read that you can need to have your passport, your ID, your green card, and everything that you need. And most importantly, I left my passport. So I was like, oh my God, I'll have to figure it out after. But my chief did call me and that evening at the hotel and told me that I didn't need anything but my green card, and I had that. So let's pause a little bit. So in the pamphlet that they give us, they tell you like, hey, if you're not a citizen, which I wasn't, like, hey, make sure you bring your passport, all of that. But I didn't have a good recruiter. I didn't have an experienced recruiter. I didn't have someone who was invested. And that's the thing too with the military. If you have to work with people, especially as it relates to your career and like getting you from point A to point B, and they hate their job and they're not invested in what they're doing, it's gonna be hard for you, because you will miss out on like a lot of information that you would need to know, especially if you're someone that procrastinates and you like don't read, which is on me. I can't blame her, you know, but I should have read, you know. So that's what I was getting to. But my chief called me and she was like, which is amazing, Chief Burks. Chief Burks, she is at she was, I don't know if she's still there, she's at Marietta. No, she left actually. She was at Marietta, and she was the chief that was in charge of that office. She's amazing. When I tell you she's amazing, she's amazing. Like, even here at Core School, I've called that lady for stuff and she jumped at it and she helped me. She was like, I'm not making you any promises, but if you say this happened, I'll reach out and I'll get it done for you. And she came through. Okay, so yeah, that was what I was alluding to at that point. But I had everything that I needed for my green card, like with my experience as that. Okay, so that was what I was alluding to. And then I said, I wasn't so worried when we landed. The emotions started pouring down. I didn't hear from my mom. It felt heavy because of, especially because I feel like I can't read this. So they gave us a call. So when I told you that we lined up to, like, after we checked in and they gave us the QR code at the USO, we lined up, and when we lined up, they told us to call our families. So this is me. I called, we spoke to our families. I spoke to my family, and I couldn't stop crying. You guys, I couldn't stop crying, especially because my brother, he was in the military in Jamaica, and stuff happened to him. And I remember vividly him telling me, like, hey sis, you're gonna be okay. You guys, I love my brother, okay? I love my brother, like, so bad. Like, I love my baby brother. I don't know. We grew up, like, and that's why, like, people should have kids, like, not far apart from each other, because my baby brother that's my twin. And he was, like, just comforting me. He was like, you'll be okay, you'll be fine, just push through it, you got it, you know? And I just couldn't stop crying, you guys. I told them I love them, everything, and I told them, like, hey, I'm gonna get another call when we're actually lined up and ready to go and people are yelling at us. So just stay by the phone and just look out for me calling again, just to say my final goodbyes until boot camp. Okay, so you guys, I said I couldn't stop crying. My brother, my baby brother, giving me advice, saying that I shouldn't take what they're doing personal. He did say that it broke my heart because he once left for the Jamaica Army, and he never came back home the same when he left at that time. And I was like, I am very emotional when it comes to my family and people I love, especially. I go very hard for them. But yes, we landed. We went to this place. We started getting ready to go to Great Lakes. We left there after about an hour, just processing, but it was okay. Then we arrived to Great Lakes. So we hopped on the bus and we arrived to Great Lakes. Like, after the lining up, we arrived to Great Lakes. Oh my God, that was scary. That's what I said. I said, oh my God, that was scary. When you were told to call your persons for 2 minutes, and when I called my mom, the phone rang 5 times before answering. And then when she picked up and I was saying, I love you, I lost it again. Laugh out loud. You guys, I lost it. Like, that last 2-minute call, if you don't cry, you are a different type of human. Like, I lost it. I was telling them how I love them and everything. I was like, I love you. I told them, like, hey, I'll call you guys whenever we get our phones, if we ever get our phones, but I'll let you guys know when I'm right. I had a friend, her name is Tootie. I met her. I have a friend. I met her at Papado as well. She was there for me, you guys. Like, she sent me pictures of my family when I was in there, because my family's in Jamaica. They don't have sandbox and stuff. Just everything. Like, she would send me pictures. She would send me Bible verses and quotes. Like, every single week I got a Bible verse quote. Like, she was just amazing. And I love when people show up, you know, for you. And that's someone that I will never ever forget. Like, no matter like what life throws at me, I will always like shoot her a text and say, hey friend, I love you, you know, because she was there for me when she was just there. I love you, friend. I love you. But as I said, 2 seconds, they answered. I said, I love you, and I lost it again. We hung up after saying that, and then the game began. The game began, you guys. He made us throw away food if we had it, which was I think it was an HM1. He was rough, you guys. He was yelling at us, and he's like, throw away everything. Even though they had prepped us at the airport to throw away a lot of stuff, they still did do another one. And in the military, they have this thing they called check. but verify, you know? So it's like, you know something is happening, but you have to check it and verify that it is actually happening. So I think that's what was happening at that time. So they made us throw away a lot of stuff, food, things without labels, a lot of stuff. Liquidy stuff. I was smart. I just bought travel size items, so I got to keep my stuff. After process, we got gears. We got books, training guides, pens, Sharpies. We got hats, shoes, PT uniform, gloves, a whole ton of stuff, and just everything that we will need to survive. Which is why I'm saying don't pack a lot of things, because you have to run to out of the bus to inside the building to meet whoever meets you with this aggressive, tough, big, you know, it's like an experience. So it's like, hey, don't bring a lot of things, because you're gonna get it anyway. They'll give you everything you need to survive. And they give you skivvies. Like, we went into a place, you have to get naked with everyone. You try on your size, and they give you skivvies, skivvies is bra and underwear. So all your undergarments, they give you that, and it's all white. So they give you all of that. And everything that they give you, which is why I'm like, don't bring extra stuff, because you get a little ditty box. You get a little A and B jar, like, it's like this. If you bring a lot of things, that A and B jar won't fit. It's like, and you have like your letters that you're going to want to fit. I had to stuff my letters underneath. It was just not, don't bring a lot of stuff that you guys, don't waste your money and waste your time. You don't need it. Like, you really don't need it. So that's what I did. I didn't bring all of that. They gave us everything that we need, and you have to be in uniform. Even when you're going to bed, you can't even put pajamas on, because you have to get up in the morning and get ready so much, and they tell you what to sleep in, you know? So it's like, they tell you like, hey, this is okay for you to sleep in there is cold as hell. So my pajamas was my Smurfs. My pajamas was my Smurfs, because it was cold. I'm Jamaican, you guys. I don't do the 69 degrees. So it was super cold, and I think they made that for a purpose. Okay, let's get back to I don't want this video to be long, because I'll be making more videos. Okay, so it says the game has just begun. We did all of that. We got uniform, toiletries, and just everything that we might need to survive. We literally stayed up for like 48 hours. No break. Guys, when I tell you 48 hours, just processing, that 48 hours will beat you up. Okay? So I will tell you, before you go to boot camp, get some rest. Rest up, because you will need it. Get you an energy drink, because you will need it. And you couldn't sleep. You couldn't, you know? So rest. Make sure you rest. Get you an energy drink, and try to chug it on the plane, or chug it while you land, like just as you land, so it will kick in. You know? Cheat code. So we stayed up, you guys. My lady friend, my red lady friend, decided to come at that point. And for me, if I don't take a painkiller right then and there, my tummy hurts like hell. We couldn't get painkillers. Nobody had painkillers. They wouldn't even give me painkillers. I was in pain. We went to the head, which is the bathroom. I had to like change off, and you know, granted, we had just changed out in our white underwears, you guys. Like, I was like, girl, you couldn't like have better timing, like, you know. But you know, we're women, so we know how to deal with stuff like that. So that was one thing. Like, we had to stay up for 48 hours. It was fast. It went by fast, but it was horrible. Breakfast was horrible. But I still ate because I was hungry, and man, me and hungry don't go well together. While waiting, my lady friend came. Girl, oh my gosh, you couldn't come at another time. It was the first day of P days. That's what we call it. We call them P days. I was like, it's the first day of P days, and my tummy's hurting. While I asked to get pain meds, the petty officer said I have to wait a day long. I was like, oh my God, this is going to hurt. And it did hurt. These are empty pages because I didn't like journal. So after that 48 hours, they brought us to like a temporary holding place. And when you go to that temporary holding place, you get to meet like your chief and your petty officers and your RDCs. So because you get to meet them, you get to meet even the girls that you are going to be in boot camp with. So you get to meet them. So everybody, they would call your names, and they put you guys in a group, and they put you guys in divisions. And after that 48 hours pass by, you go to that temporary holding place, and you guys are just the fresh kids on the block. All of you are in your gears, and it was just like, hey, I'm new. I signed my life away, and yeah, I'm here. I'm a newbie. But we didn't meet our RDCs that same day. We met someone else that introduced them kind of, and was like, hey, you guys have two of the best RDCs, be good, and just, we know this is going to be a changing experience for you. Just adapt, just adapt. Just know what you want out of this, basically. And to be honest, everyone formed their little clique that time, or everyone tried to get to know people at that time. It was like the people that I thought I clicked with, I didn't. We also have to do a video on that too, because that my journey in the Navy is kind of weird, and I don't know and I don't understand it, but I'm gonna end this video here because I wasn't fumbling a lot, and I know there's not going to be a lot of editing that I need to do out of this video. It's already 29 minutes, so I might give you guys another video and drop just 2 videos, or I'll just wait until next week to give you guys another video. But this is going to be an episode. So my bootcamp experience, episode 1 or part 1. This is just the entry, you guys. We're gonna get into it. So basically what we've learned so far based on everything that I read out of my journal is, 1, don't bring a lot of things to boot camp. You don't need it. And if you are going to bring stuff, don't take them out of the label. By travel size, like a lot of us, we like different kind of sanitary napkins. We have to have a specific cleanser or stuff for our skin or whatever. Make sure that those things that you are bringing are travel size and they have the labels. Don't bring sharps. Don't bring, like for me, I have hair and stuff like that, so I wanted tweezers, but I had to throw them away. Don't bring the tail combs. Don't bring stuff like that. You don't need it. You're gonna have to throw them away. Make sure you get enough rest, because that 48 hours that you stay up will be brutal, and you will stay up. You will be doing stuff and like taping and weighing in and stuff like that. You will go through processing. but you will have to stay up. So make sure you rest. Don't go out partying the day before you go to boot camp. Also, that's not smart. That's not wise for you to go partying, because anything can happen. Make sure you spend time with the people that you love earlier on during the week. So for example, if you're leaving on Friday, spread it out. Make sure you see the people that you love Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Make sure you rest and soak it up, soak it in, because you're gonna have to leave Friday and then you go to MEPS. So that's what we learned in this video, you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my video. If you are on my TikTok, my Instagram content is kind of different from this content, but I'm Lady in the Navy everywhere you go, on TikTok, on Instagram, and on YouTube. My journey, I don't know a lot, but the little that I know, I will share it with you guys, just in case someone is out there and they want to join, or they want to just be a part of something bigger than what life is, you know. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys for tuning in, my TikTok family. Thank you guys so very much for even showing up for me. My platform on TikTok is growing so much, and I appreciate you guys. And even though my videos on there are not as long and as detailed, and I'm not reading my journal entry on there, you guys come here for my journal entry. Subscribe, like, share, and send my videos to a fellow sailor or a fellow military member, or someone you know that has been thinking about joining the military. It is an amazing experience so far for me. I have my down days, but I don't regret it. I am happy I'm here, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.